clothing line.
Yes.
Singer Celine Dion, let them have those things.
Yes.
No one gets that joke except us. But
Okay.
what's going on?
This line is called Celine Nu. I swear to God.
What?
That's it. Celine Nu. And this is the website. It says, to liberate children from the traditional roles of boy and girl. It's to amplify the discussion about a humanistic education which is gender-free. She rolled out this new fashion line, and it's in conjunction with an Israeli fashion line, with this very bizarre ad. She walks into a maternity ward, blows glitter around the room. All the boys are in blue, the girls are in pink. Not after she does her magic. And then in one of the bassinets, this big voodoo doll appears. It's a very strange line. See it on the right-hand side of your screen? See it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that enticing for clothing?
Let me show you the bizarre fashions, okay? These are gender neutral, but they're very dark. There are skulls in the collection. Why you would put babies in skulls, I don't know. Phones.
Planned Parenthood.
There's this all-seeing eye that's, a big thing with
that kind of the Antifa
secret group.
What was that?
Bizarre. And this group, this Nu, they have demonic designs with horn hoodies for kids.
I thought it was Halloween.
Very
They're
dark.
Good as that.
Look at this. This is from their Instagram.
That looks like something out of the Wizard of Oz when the Lollipop Kids.
It's really sick.
Lullaby League.
Well, Celine Dion and the founders of this brand explained themselves in a CNN interview. Watch this.
We were at Celine trying to shape the future of all human beings by saying, find your own individuality.
We bring a new order as a concept
into the world.
You know what? You don't know what they're going to become later. And you don't want for them to have psychologiquement a problem of growth. And say, I'm supposed to be like that, I'm supposed to say that, I'm supposed to dress like this because I'm a guy, I'm a boy, I'm supposed to do. No, you don't know.
I think that's what people are going to say about this line. Celine, no.
No, this is going to go the way of Murphy Brown. Okay? It's all going to be rejected by the customer. I don't even understand it.
Unless you're a member of the Addams family or a satanic cult, why would you dress your infant in this wear?
But they admitted what their goals
A
are.
new order.
They want a new order. They want to affect the culture, change the way people.
Now, her heart may go on. Her sales are going to go the way of the Titanic.
All right, Shalom. This is Harwan Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Harakakwadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Awatim children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Hey, man, you heard it for yourself. This satanic agenda that they're trying to push. And she said, Celine Dion, it's crazy, man. Celine Dion, she's, that singer from back in the day, right? She pushing that satanic agenda. She's singing with Whitney Houston all the time. And she started a company with Israeli, they say Israeli because what? They're the fake Jews over there. Those Khazars, those Edomites, right? And she's an Edomite. And they're what? They're pushing their satanic agenda. All right. Got children wearing Baphomet heads, being girl and boy. They're pushing that agenda. They're pushing the will of the damn devil, man. You see that? Yo, that's why they're so anxious. All right. And she admitted out of her mouth that's their new order. They're trying to bring a new world order. We're really looking at demonic ass people, man. Rich people and shit. People that got money. All right. And they want a boy to be a girl and a girl to be the boy. And it's just mad. It's funny to me because the way she was talking, and they weak. They some imp demons too. They weak because all them demons weak. But I'm saying they're weak because it's funny because the statement she made was, you don't want a child to grow up confused. Like their clothing line, their demonic clothing line is going to be the answer to that problem. That was just weak right there. It was an obvious ploy that she was pushing. All right. And that's why even Esau, the newscaster, he spotted, he started laughing. And that's what made me laugh, because he was cracking up at her. Said her sales are going to tank like the Titanic. All right. And she called it new. And that's the same demon they used to worship back during the times of the Tower of Babel with Nimrod. They worship Nimrod, which goes back to Nana. All right, they call him Nana, but they say Nunu. All right, for a new world order. So, and what did Nimrod try to do? Build a Tower of Babel. All right, and the Lord scattered the people because He didn't want that. All right, so now they're trying to bring a satanic order according to the Albert Pike plan that the Illuminati went with. Albert Pike was a third-degree Mason, a general for the Illuminati, and he went and got, I think his name was Giuseppe Mazzini. All right, got him to come up with a 3-part plan for world wars upon this earth, and all of them they acted them out. They played them out upon the earth so far. All right, the Most High allowed them to do that. So now I'm gonna read this, man, and check this out, man. It's not too long, but I'm gonna read it down to the bottom. All right, because that's where the point is at. The point is down here. All right, and just bear with me. It's crazy, and that's what Celine Dion. That's what these rappers. You're gonna hear them pushing it real heavy, and in the schools, Kanye West coming out with this Christianity movement, you know, where he just doing beats and shit, calling himself the Messiah. It's crazy, man. It says Illuminati, Albert Pike. All right, and he believed in the devil. All right, who they call Lucifer, but the word Lucifer just means light bearer. All right, so that's why they call themselves the Illuminati. All right, they call themselves the illuminated ones. But they don't really have the light. Their light is all darkness and wickedness, man. Satanic, gothic bullshit, man. Because you remember back when I was younger, they couldn't even come outside with that in Philly. They couldn't even walk up the street, them gothics. Or people that would, how can I say it so I don't get flagged? People that were into the same sex, you know. Those people, they wouldn't even come outside. They wouldn't even bring it out in the open until about 2000s. All right, the 90s, Arsenio Hall times, they wasn't out in the open with it. But in 2000, they started pushing that agenda. All right, feminizing the people, and masculinizing the women. So it says the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agenture of the Illuminati. All right, so the Third World War is being caused by the agents of the Illuminati, man. And who's the agents? Between the political Zionists, who is that? People like Netanyahu over there, and the Israelis, some fake Jews. People like Trump, all right, the European Union, all those nations, man. It says, and the leaders of the Islamic world, man. And a lot of those so-called Saudis are what? Edomites, all right? A lot of them. But you still have Ishmael over there too. You have proxy rulers over there. All right, puppet rulers in Saudi Arabia. You pick places like Iran, all those people in Russia. They're all part of the satanic order. They all want their own world order upon the earth. It says the war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. And that's what they're coming to. That's why the scriptures say that. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, this is Revelations 20:7. Now, this is a prophecy that came to pass already. All right. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. All right. Who is that talking about? It's talking about the Edomites over there in Rome. All right, the so-called Caucasian race that came out of the pit, you know, that were chased up into the mountains around the early centuries of, or would you say 200 AD, all right? And you had them come out of the pit, really around 300 AD, and they came out of the pit around between 1200 all the way to 1600 AD. All right, when they started taking back Constantinople and certain areas like that over there in the eastern portion of Rome. That was after Western the Western Roman Empire fell. All right, so that's a whole nother story. But so they was what? They were bound. All right, so they were put in a low condition while we were ruling what was called the Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages. It says, after that, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog, Russia and all those Eastern European countries, all right, Eastern Asian countries, right? The kings of the East, going to go to war with the Western Europe and with America, all right? To gather them together to battle, just like they did in World War II and World War I. The Illuminati financed most of them wars, funded both sides. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea, all right? So they're going to go out, they're deceiving the nations into this war, thinking they're going to come out on top. That's why they plan on hiding in bunkers while the world goes to war. And they want to push their satanic philosophies and their devil worship on the children, man. All right, and on the people. And this is their plan. Check this out. It's crazy. All right, it says the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agenture of the Illuminati, the agents of the Illuminati, between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world, right? Because they both serving the devil, all right, with their idolatry. Either way, the war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and the political Zionists, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. All right, and that's what they want. And then they'll have their they plan on trying to have their satanic order be in place, but how is Shah gonna return and destroy all of that, man? We shall unleash the nihilists, wow, and the atheists, and that's what they're doing now. They're releasing the nihilists and the atheists in the midst of Armageddon being built up over there in Syria with Russia, America, the land that those the fake Jews over there, Israelis, in Iran, Turkey, Africa now, right? It says, we shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists. And atheists are people that don't believe in a God. And we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of an absolute atheism. Wow, man. So they're going to bring about a collapse of the society and war and a lot of death, man. All right. They're about to try to kill a lot of people, what they call depopulation, what they had on the Georgia Guidestones. All right. But Yahushua is going to deliver the elect in the midst of that. And it says, which in all its horror, it's going to be horrible out here, will show clearly, wow, to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, the origin of savagery and of the most bloody turmoil. So they're going to bring a lot of hell upon everybody. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. All right. So these heathens, the Illuminati, it says what? The dragon, which represents the Illuminati, man, the European Union. All right. That's where they're based at over there in Europe. And they have the agents which run America. All right. Politicians, preachers and shit like that. And celebrities, musicians. All right. It says, then everywhere the citizens obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries. So it's going to be civil war out here. All right. Just chaos. And that's what they're doing. They're coming down with wrath. And we're seeing the first streams of water pour in from the flood. All right. The enemy going to come rushing in as a flood. But the Lord said he's going to lift up a standard against them, saying, touch not my anointed. All right. And do my prophets no harm. All right. May be persecuted. Some may be martyred. But the Lord ultimately going to deliver them in the last days. All right. They're going to be in the chariots. He said, that's why he said, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So the ones that have access to be taken up into them chariots are going to dwell in the heavens. All right. It says, it's talking about the angels, you know, in Yahweh, in Yahweh. Now it says, will exterminate those destroyers of civilization and the multitude. The multitude disillusioned with Christianity. So people like Kanye West pushing that Christianity doctrine, they worshiping Jesus and Zeus and the devil and all that shit. Greek mythology form of Christianity. Because the Lord never said be a Christian in the scriptures, man. It says, whose deistic spirits will from that moment be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration. So people ain't gonna know who to turn to. They're gonna be calling on the Lord, but the Lord said he's not gonna answer them. And at that time, they're gonna seek him, but they ain't gonna be able to find him. All right. And he said what? All right, this is Isaiah 57:13. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. This is Judges 10:13. Yet ye have forsaken me, and 2/3 of our people have forsaken the Lord and served other gods, right? They serve all these different idols. And ultimately, the mask is going to be pulled away, and the devil going to show his horns real soon, man. They're not hiding no more. They're coming out in the forefront. That's what they were saying about Celine Dion. They're not hiding no more. They like, yo, this is it. This is the time. And they pushing their demonic philosophies, man, on the people, their witchcraft. Putting voodoo dolls in their damn baby cribs, man. And they flagging our damn videos on YouTube. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? You know, we teaching righteousness, and these people are pushing abominations. All right, turning babies into boys and baby girls into boys, and she snap her finger, and then they turn. The sexes change. It's crazy, man. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. So the Lord going 2/3 of our people, the Lord going to push them to the left. This is Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, Yahushua, the righteous King, all right, the only true King, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, man. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. And that's what he's doing right now. He's setting the sheep in the spirit on the left-hand side. 2/3 of our people, he's pushing them to the left. He's numbering them with the wicked. All right. All right. This is Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children. All right. So 2/3 of our people are rebellious. And the scriptures say rebellion is at the sin of witchcraft. So our people are falling under that witchcraft that they're pushing, man. All right. And ultimately, all these idols and different religions and shit, and Egyptology, Africanism, and Islam, calling themselves Jewish, following the Babylonian Talmud, Christians, Third Day Adventists, atheists, all these different damn avenues and doors, the wide gate that leads to destruction, leads to the devil. All right. But narrow is the way, the path that leads to what? Righteousness, straight to Yahweh Shai, the tree of life. All right. So if you're not covered, they're gonna push that shit on these people, man. Oh, you gotta teach your children the truth. Because if not, they gonna teach your children. All right. It's a saith Yahweh that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. And that's what they're doing with their new world order. They're going to add more sin upon the people to where our people become witches, man. All right. They're basically following witchcraft. What's it called? True religion. They're already doing that shit. People in our community, not our community, but in the ghettos, with the all-seeing God. People like Lil Wayne, all these different clothing lines got the eyeball on it and shit. And devil worshiping pyramids and shit, man. They got it on their forehead and crosses upside down on it. It's crazy madness, man. The Lord gonna destroy all that. This is Micah 5 and 9. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots. And I will cut off the cities of thy land and throw down all thy strongholds. And it's talking about America today. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand. And thou shalt no more be called, thou shalt have no more soothsayers, man. All the damn witches and bone readers, voodoo dolls and shit like that. And all the damn necromancers and people that call upon spirits and shit, like Cleo, channeling demons, people that read the stars, all right, and do witchcraft according to it, what they call horoscopes and shit. All of that, the Lord gonna destroy all of that, man. All you damn witches and warlocks. Matter of fact, all right, this is I'm gonna go back to this. It says where is it at? Get to the point. Here you go. And it says, wow. So when they bring all that chaos, they plan on bringing what? Order out of chaos. And the order that they plan on trying to bring is a new world order, since they established the dollar and their satanic setup with the what you call the market or the dollar system, right? Wall Street, the banking system, and the religious system with the Roman Empire and the churches and shit, different demographics of it, what you call Baptist, Pentecostal, all these different fashions that were created by Esau, all right? But then you have their military with NATO, all right? North Atlantic Treaty Organization, dealing with their military all the way down to their police policies. All right, so now they're establishing a new world order to amend that whole setup. And they want to do away with the dollar, and they want to establish the devil, spiritual demon, Satan, or these ancient demons or idols that aren't gods at all. All right, they're just statues and shit. Statues, they want to worship that shit and bring that out, make that the world belief, man. It's fucking madness, man. Sheesh. All right. That's why the Lord said, put a mark upon the men, meaning a mark of exemption from judgment on all the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof, man. These are abominations. All right. You can flag our pages, whatever they do, but these are abominations that these people are committing in the sight of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai upon his earth. All right. And it says, whose deistic spirits will from that moment Let me move this up here. Be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration. So they're not going to know where to turn or who to talk to or what God to call on. Jeez, this is Proverbs 1:23. Turn you at my reproof. That's what the Lord's saying. Turn now, repent right now. All right. If you're hearing these, the brothers preaching around the four corners of the earth, I will pour out my spirit unto you. The Lord telling you he'll teach you and guide you. So you ain't got to be scared. You know, a lot of brothers, a lot of people scared to just drop what they're doing and all right, man, I'm no longer a Muslim. I want to get on this truth. They're scared to do that because they done walked so far down that wicked path that if they turn back, they'll lose all their friends and their family, all this stuff that's vanity. All right, it says, turn you at my reproof. All right, how can you honor people that love you for being wicked or not knowing who you are? That means they don't love the real you. Because when you become who you truly are, let's see if they love you then. You know, who you truly supposed to be is a child of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and you separate yourselves from the wicked deeds of this world and the philosophies of this world and their wicked coverings and their clothings. All right, and their witchcraft. It says, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof is blame. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, man. So the Lord gonna keep you blind in that day, and have you following at the idols and be led into your destruction. If you wicked, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. So like when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind when the missiles hit. When the Lord sent ICBM missiles to America through World War III, which he allowed it to happen through what? The dragon going into what? Perdition. All right, Esau. All right, drawing the world into perdition through deception into World War III. All right, Armageddon. Then shall they call upon me. All right, so the Lord said what? When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh, right? So in that day, their lamps are going to be empty, and they're going to be surrounded by darkness, man. All right, like that damn movie with Vin Diesel in it, Chronicles, when they put the damn light out, it'd be pitch black, and them demons gonna pounce on these damn people. All right. It says what? They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices, man. So they're gonna eat the fruit of wickedness from the devil, from the spiritual demon Satan. All right, from the garden. And they're going to be filled with their own devices, man, their own imaginations. It's going to lead them right to devil worship. This is Isaiah 33:5. Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. All right, so he filled Zion with judgment and righteousness. So he said what? 2/3 are going to be filled with the fruit of their own devices, their own imagination. You know, the hopeful elect are going to pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and say, lead me not by my own understanding. All right. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure, man. All right. So 2/3 of our people, he said what? They hated knowledge and would none of his reproof, so they don't fear the Lord. So all right, I'm gonna finish this off. It says, anxious for an ideal. So they're gonna be anxious in the midst of that shit, in the midst of chaos. It said they're gonna be looking for an ideal, so a new ideology, but without knowing where to render its adoration. All right, so they're gonna be calling out to God but they're gonna be calling out to the devil. The Lord Yahweh Shai ain't gonna answer or be dealing with these people. It says, will receive the true light, and that what it should say, the true darkness, through the universal manifestation of the wicked doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out in the public view. And that's why I wanted to show you this. And that's what they're doing, man. They're setting it up. You know, they're setting it up so they can it'll already be available for everybody to accept, just like the chip. Brought finally out in the public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time. When they're going to bring in what? They're trying to bring in their satanic, demonic world order.
Brand explained themselves, and the founders of this brand explained themselves in a CNN interview. Watch this.
We were at Celine trying to shape the future of all human beings by saying, find your own individuality.
We bring a new order as a concept
into the world.
All right. Wisdom of Solomon 5:14. It says, for the hope of the ungodly is like the dust. So they're hoping that all this stuff is going to come about, man. But their hope is as dust, man. All right. That is blown away with the wind. So when the Lord sends that destruction, all their hope is just gone. Everything they were planning and built up is going to be destroyed. All right, by the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm. Like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. But the righteous, all right, not the wicked, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with Yahweh Shai, and the care of them is with the Most High. Ooh. That's why scripture say, woe unto them that go into Egypt, trust in Egypt for help, and that trust in idols, right? And that trust in witchcraft and all these damn symbolisms and shit like that, man. And what's that shit called, man? Superstitions. Job 5 and 12. Let's keep it straight, man. They just trust in the devil. That's what they trust in, man. They worship the damn devil. All right. And Yahweh going to destroy them for that. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right. So, that's just it, man. It says what? He gonna disappoint their devices, man, all their imaginations and their new world order. The Lord gonna disappoint that. All right. This is Job 20 and 23. When he that is talking about is Esau, the Illuminati, and ultimately the Amalekites, Amalek, the house of Amalek, which would be the chief house of Satan, the chief house of Esau, Edomites, all right, the Caucasian race, so-called white people, right? But they're not white, they're really Caucasians. It says when he, because this is not about color, right? This is not about color anymore. It's about the promise. It's about the seed, all right? And if your bloodline goes back to Esau, then you're part of that bloodline of the wicked. It don't matter what color you are, all right? When he is about to fill his belly, when they're about to bring the new world order in and bring in their martial law and trap everybody, it says Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, man. And when they think they're going to devour the souls of the people, man, consume them. All right, it says the Lord shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So they're going to get 2/3 of our people. They're going to get some of the poor. They had them worshiping the devil, had them with the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. All right, had them blaspheming against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's when Yahushai gonna show up and crack them skies and catch everybody off guard. All right, it says what? He shall flee from the iron weapon. The bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, so what is that? The ICBM missiles. All right. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So that's what's going to sweep away all your dreams, all your clothing, all this stuff that people are building up. The Lord going to burn all that up. Now you understand why the Lord chose fire, all right, to clean this place up. All darkness, it says, terrors are upon him. All darkness is hid, shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.